Welcome back, everyone. You are watching GDQ's HotFix Juneteenth celebration. I am Melo, your host for the next few runs. Up next, we have Rocket Knight Adventures, run by Protokami, very talented. Like I said, this game, it can be tricky. The mini bosses are difficult, and a lot of us really struggled back in the day. But let us see how Protokami handles it. Go ahead and take it away, my friend.
One of my friends, and they were saying like, hey man, why did they choose Rocket Knight? I was like, they're probably trying to mix it up. I have a history of magical swordsman, I guess, because I do Zelda runs and then I do Musashi runs. And now I have, I guess, magical swordsman armadillo run now. So I guess that counts. I played this game as a kid. And like you said, like this game I feel like it dominated everybody who knows anything about it. This was actually one of my first purchases with my Sega Genesis. I had an allowance. My granddad took me to Toys R Us, and it was just sitting on the shelf. Didn't know anything about it, and just grabbed it and fell in love with it. The one that I'm playing now, this is the Switch collection. So this the collection has Rocket Knight Adventures, Adventures 2, and Sparkster, which I believe one of them came out for the SNES and the other one came out for, I think the other one came out for the Genesis as well. But yeah, we're going to be doing the first one. Right, I just got to make sure. We're going to be doing this on normal. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're doing this on normal. So that kind of threw me off because in the Sega version, you have easy, normal, and hard. So easy gives you the 3-5. Normal gives you, I think, 2 lives and 1 credit. And the hard mode gives you 1 life and no credit. And I think everything is kind of a one-hit KO.
We'll get that category updated. Also, I'm sorry, I missed it. You're playing on the Switch, so this is Resparked?
This is the Resparked, yes.
Oh, yes. It just came out like less than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I had been practicing the run for about 2.5 weeks. And then Resparked came out, and I was like, yo, may as well just do it on this.
Right.
It's definitely I'd say if you enjoyed Rocket Knight Adventures and you haven't played the other ones, I would highly recommend getting this one. I think it's like $40. Mostly just for the price, because the other games, it's just, I think you pay like 60 a pop for each individual game. But we can go ahead and get it going. Let's see. I'm gonna give a 3 count. 3. Oh, hold on. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I keep forgetting that the games back then didn't have like a set time for the front screen or for the title screen. It was just kind of like, hey, we're here for a few seconds and we're just gonna go. I picked up this game. I picked up this as a speed run mostly because I enjoy games that have a lot of movement. This game definitely has that with the booster system. And thinking about what I said earlier, there's actually one other game that I play that doesn't involve. Hey, over here, please. There we go. That doesn't involve a magical swordsman, and that was the Mega Man and Bass run. But again, I enjoy that because of the movement of the game. For Bass, because he has that slide that Mega Man doesn't have, or that dash that Mega Man doesn't have.
You have very good taste in speed games, let me just say. Also, raise your hand in the chat if you ever struggled with this game as a kid. I mean, I know this first boss is pretty hard. Like, no matter what you hit him with, it's always like 1 damage, right? Yeah.
So, I actually recently found out that that's not how the bosses work at all. So, yeah. So the
please inform.
Yeah. So how the you see how they flash when you hit them? Those aren't iframes. Those are just indicators that it's been hit. You can continuously hit these guys until they die. So you can
still doing, wow.
Yeah, you're still doing damage in the middle of them flashing. And there's going to be a few fights that you're going to see me do. That's pretty much going to showcase that. This one that we're coming up on, you can one cycle it, but I'm not going to do it just because. Let's see. There we go. You can actually kill this thing as it's entering the screen, but you have to pay attention to, like, there's a huge amount of lag that comes between hits. Oh. Oh, couldn't make it. That's okay.
This is the resparked version of this game is absolutely something I'll be picking up. I'll be doing traveling next week.
Definitely a pickup.
GDQ coming up.
Yeah, definitely
like
a pickup.
Game, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. This is one of the few games for me that has good replayability. I could play this all day. And that may be the nostalgia talking, but it's super fun for me. Let's see. And if you notice, I'm trying to find there are specific spots that you can boost in. It just gets me up the stairs a little bit quicker. Missed it. That's okay. So this is one of the only fights that has those iframes. Miss it again. That's okay. But you can actually hit him twice. Once when he drops and hits the floor, and then once again right before he goes away in the hole. That. There we go. That's the first boss.
How different does it feel compared to the Genesis version?
So I can definitely tell, like right off the bat, I could tell there were certain spots that had that lag that isn't there in this game. If you, like, for lack of a better way of explaining it, like overload the screen with animations while while whatever you're hitting is being hit, you can definitely still see the slowdown that takes place. So right there, that was just multiple slashes. And what you don't realize is that not only are you hitting him with your sword, but you're also hitting him with like the little air slash. We're gonna jump up here and get this extra life that comes out. So you're actually hitting him like 3 or 4 times. Oh. Good hits off of there. Come back. There we go. Oh. On we go. Oh, never does what I wanted to do. So you can kind of work on your trajectory with come on. Working your trajectory when you're bouncing off of things. That owl in particular, if you hit it at just the right angle, you can bounce off of it and just kind of go over that little ledge I was trying to get over.
I really appreciate how the jetpack still works underwater.
I know, right?
Like, they said, let's prioritize fun instead of physics.
That is the only, make sure I'm not lying to you, that is the only water level in this game, which I appreciate.
Ooh, good news.
Yeah.
Very good news.
looking at some of the gameplay for the sequels, because I've never played any of the sequels of this game. It's always just been this. I think there are a few water levels. Oh, one of the biggest things for this game is that this has a rewind feature like the Switch games do. So if you mess up or you want to practice something, you can rewind. I want to say it's like 30 to 45 seconds of gameplay, and try and go over. So this is a pretty good. This is a pretty good deal for like practicing speedruns, or just, you know, missing that one thing that you didn't get the first time.
It's pretty awesome. Awesome possum. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I have a very. I'm gonna limit those today. Speaking of possum, are there any play dead mechanics? I don't think so. I don't remember.
There aren't. It'd be kind of cool if there were. All right. Your joke killed me, man.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It killed both of us.
Luckily, there are some areas where I don't have to. Come on. There we go. Where it kind of just starts at a specific checkpoint. And I guess the checkpoint here was right before the boss fight, so I didn't have to do that whole minecart thing over again.
Actually got a really interesting question in the chat.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, yeah, so do actual speedruns use the rewind feature instead of dying? Like if
so this... So I don't think this version has a run up yet, but I would imagine no, just because it would be considered cheating. I think it would be considered cheating.
Fair.
So you really got to be careful about where you're.
Heated.
Oh yeah. This is my favorite song in this entire game. This level is actually pretty cool too. Just because you had that one instance where you had to utilize the reflection of the lava to get through.
I love games with good soundtracks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're in this one right now, so stay tuned. But also coming up next, we have the adventures of Batman and Robin, another adventure game with a crazy soundtrack that you've got to listen to if you've never heard that before.
Oh.
I wonder who thought about that in the schedule of putting back-to-back games with adventure in the title.
Why not?
Right.
Get a whole theme going.
I said we found the link. Actually, I think that's a Genesis game too. I don't remember though.
I know there is one. So what I'm doing right here, there's a very specific frame. You can throw your slash out and hit the cockpit. There we go. Also, weirdly enough, your slashes are stronger than your charge spins or your charged attacks. Don't know why or how that works, but it's faster to just throw out the beam than just kind of like run yourself into the cockpit. I missed out on an opportunity to, so this game had a collection set with limited runs. They do a lot of really cool stuff. For this game, they had like I think it was like $130. You get the game, you get a vinyl of all three games. You get like a plushie, a medallion, like all kinds of cool stuff. All right, we're just gonna walk our way out.
This looks like really hot marinara.
Yeah. It's 100% the color. All right, we're gonna try and do one cycle here. Got it. So again, that was a situation, that was a better example of bosses and enemies not having iframes. And what was happening, I was just close enough where I was getting multiple slashes with my physical sword on top of hitting him with the beam. I saw a PT talking about Lava Reef Zone. That's the best lava zone, hands down. There isn't a game alive that can beat that music, including this one. I'm gonna have to agree on that. But this is a close second, like a really close second.
And yes, this character is actually a possum, and there's a O in front of the word possum. PT. I'm sorry, I'm being that guy today.
All right, the guy we're coming up to, like, this is my least favorite character in the game. He's just a straight up jerk. Mostly because actually he was really tame. It was really tame. I normally get hit with one of those barrels at least once. And when you get hit by them, you definitely lose momentum. We're gonna grab that. Stand over here. Get a few hits in. There is a very dangerous strat that you can use that I won't be using here. But you can actually fall down and bombs. Come here. There we go. One more. There he is. You can fall down, hit him from the side, and ricochet back up and catch the bar. Got it.
Nice. Yes, to answer your questions, no, I'm not actually sorry. I'm entering my villain arc this marathon. Normally I'm nice, Melo, but not today.
Not today.
Yeah. Maybe Batman can redeem me later. I know we're gonna have Bat Bees on the mic probably.
Here we go.
Shout out Big Bees. Good run.
All right. We've got our giant gyrating robot here.
I appreciate you dancing with them.
You got to. All right, we're going to take advantage of these lack of iframes again.
So this boss was the inspiration for that song "Hips Don't Lie."
Yeah. This is exactly where it came from. I read an article.
No, I'm tracking.
Where she wrote down her favorite game was Rocket Knight, and she gained inspiration from this robot.
Ryudo said, "Yo, that boy wiggling."
Actually, love the music for this stage too. All right. Got to navigate the giant indestructible missiles. That one pig always cracks me up. All right. All right, got to be careful. I think I can survive this on half a heart. There we go. Cool. All right, this is where the run starts to get kind of dangerous. We get introduced to an enemy for the first time that will one-shot you. We're just gonna, oh, well, we were gonna bounce over him, but we'll just do that. You get put in this little maze where you're trying to beat these guys. Made it just fine. Wait for it. There we go. To this day, even as a kid, I never understood why this is not really a boss fight, but just like, I guess, a challenge part of the level. But it's just it's literally just a survive till the end and don't get crushed. That right there, that jump is kind of misleading. And it's funny because I feel like a dev put a 1 up there just because they know how misleading that jump is. If you mistime it and kind of bonk your head before hitting the top, you're going to get crushed.
They got to put a few gotchas in there.
Oh yeah. I just like that at least one of the devs was nice enough to throw you a 1 up in there, like, hey, we know this is kind of BS, but if you don't make it, here's something to make up for that.
Can you control, I assume, the vertical of this little helicopter here? Up and down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I was like, hey, he doesn't care about any of these gems.
No, so it's just faster to go straight.
Right, yeah.
So, instant kill, instant death when you hit those. That happens. But yeah, you hit them once to go in one direction, and then you hit the opposite one to stop that direction.
Oh, I see.
So if you want to go up, you have to hit the opposite direction twice. Again, really good soundtrack. Whoever was doing this was definitely cooking. But I feel like they all were for those 90s games, right?
Mm-hmm. Woo! Can finally breathe.
Yeah. All right, so this is actually a really fun boss fight. Not this part, because the first part of this fight is you trying to get out of the way, because if he catches you, it's an insta death. But if we can make it, we get to play a little Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And I don't know about any other adventure game, but this boss fight is about footsies. I don't know how many adventure games y'all played that had that. I think my fighting game players would appreciate this.
love a good mech sequence.
Oh yeah.
For people in the chat that are feeling nostalgic, we're playing a version of this game, Resparked, that just came out like 10 days ago.
Yep.
So you can pick it up yourself on the Switch if you have one.
Sparks started the frame data. He did. All right, we've got our mandatory space level. I didn't know he came back like that. This it's part of the stage I've never liked, just because there's so much happening. It's kind of hard to pay attention. Like the asteroids coming in from behind, those are the ones that normally get me. But it's kind of nice because of that right there. So after every section, you get offered an opportunity to either hit an asteroid that spins around in a circle, or you can hit come here. There we go. You hit one of those giant green floating pig heads. And so if you hit the asteroid, you get apples. If you hit the pig head, you just get more pig heads. I guess makes sense.
Are apples and bananas the only two?
Yeah, those are the only two heal items in the game. Bananas heal more, apples heal for 1. If you're noticing, while I was hitting him, I'm gonna slow it down, and there we go. Fill my health back up because this next boss fight is kind of a pain. As I'm hitting him, I wasn't taking any damage, and that's because I was in the middle of his, I don't even know what you would call that. Because I was going to say iframes, but he doesn't have those.
The animation?
Yeah, I guess the hurt animation?
Yeah.
So as long as they're flashing, I can't take any kind of damage from touching them.
I love how this ship has propellers in space.
Yeah, right?
What air are you pushing off of to move around here? One fun fact I love about any video game that has a space level or it takes place in space. Normally in space there's no sound because there's no medium for the sound waves to travel through. But game developers know that would be no fun. So
oh, yeah.
you get your sound anyway. But the propellers, that's just taking it to a whole nother level.
So I have been very careful to not take any damage because this thing does hit like a truck. I think it's either 3.5 or 3 hearts apiece. So you really only have like 2 or 3 times to get hit. One thing I forgot to mention is that in this run, we actually want to be as low on health as possible, just because it eliminates the amount of time to calculate bonus points. So towards the end of this fight, I'm going to take a few hits just to bring that time down. And so he has a pattern, 10 scatter shots, 1 little, I don't know what that is, white orb that hits for 2. And then he kind of exposes his core. Go ahead and take a hit here. Oh my God, okay, that's a lot more than I thought it would be. Okay, that's all right. We've got 1 more core exposure, and then we'll be good. There it is.
Oh my gosh, give it up, y'all. That looked hard. That looked hard, and I was focused on your gameplay. It was so hard for me to ignore the fact that man was literally skipping through space.
Yeah. If you stay on the very top or on the very bottom and just time when you move, as he's coming down, you can completely avoid getting hit. But yeah, going through that the first few times, you just see, him kind of like going all over the place, and it's kind of like, well, what do I do here? Because Hey, you're not playing nice. That's what I wanted. Jump again. There we go. Oh,
okay, Exodia.
Right? Exodia.
Exodia, yeah.
There we go. So with these robots, you can't do any slashes. They only take damage with charge hits. We're gonna try our best to, yeah, cool. What I was gonna say, we're gonna try our best to avoid getting locked in with those guys. Okay, you're not doing what I want you to do. But there's a strat you can do that kind of locks him in place. But we're gonna do the slightly slower route. All right. You can hit him, but this damage doesn't count for anything, which I think it's weird that they would even let you do that. So we're going to the two-part fight. Oh. Got him.
This boss moves so fast.
Yeah, he does. Which I think is kind of crazy that he can move around this freely with his little rocket pack, but we gotta charge ours up. There he is.
He's got the upgraded version.
Yeah. So there's a way, and I'm trying to get him to go up top this time. There he is. You can hit him twice. The window's kind of tight for it, though. There we go.
Nice. Thor in the chat said, reminds me of Mega Man Zero fight so much.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Activate him, go around. I don't know how this is going to play out. I'm just going to take the hit. That's fine. That's fine. That's what we wanted.
There we go.
We'll grab our health. We'll go straight to the boss fight. Maybe not. There we go. All right, cool. This is where you discover that it's been a giant evil pig program? Missed it. Oh, he moved it. Okay. There we go. And so this is the part of the fight where it's like, hey, look at my, this is going to be my attack pattern. Or the stuff that he uses. Which I am, I get, but at the same time, I just feel like it's kind of like a waste of time. I would rather just, you know, go right into it and be surprised. Like, oh, I didn't know he can do that.
Yeah.
And so he'll do his attacks based off of your position. Missed it. So what I like to do is when he starts, I'll do a little jump. To get him to attack up top.
Oh, clever. I thought you were looking for like where the little button came out.
No. So the button takes a little bit to come out. Wherever he attacks from, I might be wrong, but in every time that I've done it, it's always the little stick shows up in the opposite area. So if I can get him to attack up, the stick will be below him. All right. From here, it's just knocking them around. There it is. All right, we've got one more phase. If you beat this, if you make it this far without using any continues, there's an extra fight that you have to do. And it's not really so much as a fight as it is a survival, because you can't attack back. So we're leaving as we blow up the not Death Star. And the thing that was floating behind me was the pig screen. And so, like I said, we can't attack, so it's just surviving until we make it to the atmosphere of the Earth.
I would like to know what started the possum and pig wars.
You know, it's a good question. I'm not sure.
Like, why do they have beef? Not to bring cows into this, but I want to know. I want to know.
This guy. All right, time will come up when the screen goes black after this last phase. And time.
GG.
It's a good run. That was actually a really solid run, man.
Yeah, I'll see your time here in just a second. I'm always like half a minute behind here.
Oh, no, you're fine.
34:09.
Yo, that was, I literally just got a 35-minute run last night. That's crazy.
Nice.
All right.
Clean. Yeah, GG's in the chat.
That's awesome. But yeah, that's Rocket Knight again. I highly recommend getting the Resparked, just because it has all three. It's got Rocket Knight Adventure 2, and Sparkster. Just for the price alone, right? Because I was looking at the prices last night. Rocket Knight sells for like 60, and that's the game, that's the case, like it's got all the stuff. But the sequels, you're looking at like 120 plus. And that's not for both, that's each. So if you don't want to, you know, shell out that kind of money and you want to enjoy all three games, I would definitely recommend getting this collection. Yeah, this is a PB.
Hey, I was about to ask if you didn't bring it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, 100%. This is a PB. Like that's awesome. But yeah, if you want to know where you can find me, I wanted to wait until after I did this run for GDQ. I am retiring the name of Protokami, and everybody's going to know me as Q, which is what my name is, the name that I go by in real life. So it's just going to be Q on all my handles. Actually, the spelling is it's just Q. That's it.
It's just Q. Good to know. Yeah.
But you know, I do speed runs, I do fighting games, I build arcade cabs. I've actually got a project up right now where I'm building a Bulicks up on. I've got pictures up on Twitter, up on Instagram. I do a little bit of everything. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for supporting this event. We've got some pretty good runs coming up. I'm definitely going to be sticking around and catching them. You said is it Batman or is it the Messenger that's up next?
It's next is the Adventures of Batman and Robin.
The Adventures of Batman and Robin? Okay, cool. I actually, yeah, no, I really want to see that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, again, appreciate you guys having me. Always a blast to be here. I have fun every single time. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to these runs, and I'll catch you later.
Thank you, Protokami. Shout out Protokami, everyone. The artist formerly known as Protokami, or the speedrunner formerly known as Protokami. Now it's just Q. You like that reference?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what an incredible run, bringing back these nostalgic vibes, showing us the skills on a game that a lot of us played in the early 90s, mid 90s, kind of aging myself here, but newly released on the Switch, the re-sparked version. Go ahead and pick it up yourself. But thanks so much. I have a quick announcement for you all. You know, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, on your primers in the chat, gift subs and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick HotFix, which are events like this and so many more. So if you enjoy watching speedruns, consider subscribing to the channel. I also want to let you know that Games Done Quick is going to PAX West. Use !PAX, that's P-A-X, in Twitch chat for more info on that. But don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, as It's Just Q just mentioned. Coming up next, we're going to have the Adventures of Batman and Robin. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. We're going into a short break. Be right back.